change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gators about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the run, it's Powell. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him one. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. When you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season. You see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Wall. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
The Gators send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And he loses the football. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sturdivant. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Hosley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Now on the option. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run the toss. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. He now has 84 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Motion from the back. They'll go to the toss. He has the first and still on his feet. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Takes the handoff. It's Powell. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's a really good stop on the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to pick it up on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Gets the back moving to the ground with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line of the big red zone opportunity here. Quick quick handoff. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. On the option. Now the toss. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Lagway. The screen, he can go. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. All wideouts, no backs. Lost the fire on second down. The screen, he's got wheels. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where your quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. He strikes downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll run it again. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Gator! Great job by the back on the option.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Back to throw, it's King. That's caught, it's Haynes. There he goes. The 30. 10. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but it might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
That was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
He'll do it himself on the draw. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Gators sending the offense back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success there.
Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get into them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Trying to set up the screen. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ain't get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Florida! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. This crowd on hand, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They'll run the option. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. Running through contact.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. He'll do it himself. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker, you're trying to get to that thing, you know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the ref.
The screen, and watch out. Breaks into the open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. He'll pull it down and run. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick completion to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. And these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll try to get outside. Fights off the defender. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Look out, he's got room. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Toss to the outside. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Almost The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that serve.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 17 to UTEP. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. At the 35, he's open. Off to the races to the right. The 20. Inside the and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll pass it. Touchdown, Florida!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. Coming out with it, and he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
From the shotgun, the inside kid. There we go! And he'll be smacked to the ground.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
What an opportunity here if you're on offense, right? After the great kick return, you're already down here in the red zone. It's third down now. You've got to be able to come away with a touchdown. This field position is too good to only settle for 3 points.
And now this offense on first and goal has a chance to break the tie late. Slams ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Off the play fake. Touchdown, Gator! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Got room at the 35. There he goes. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Sophomore stopping him short of the first down line. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Toss sweep to the left. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
One great job by the defense here, playing with the lead, knowing the opponent needs a touchdown. They're just trying to get to the ball and punch it out. They practiced this all week, and it comes up big for them late. That turnover is going to seal this thing.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Got the first down and more. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. He was working his way toward that goal line. Now stopping at the 2 after the big play up top. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Kane. The throw. Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. The old coaching cliche goes there no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make